Welcome to the show today, baby. This is DownYounderSports, and welcome back, Down Yonder Nation. I'm your host, Jimbo Slice, aka Jimmy Obama, aka Jimbo Dean, whatever you want to call me, it's all good. That's my co-host, Mike.Dub. We're in the building, baby. What's up, Mike.Dub? What's going on, man?
What's good, baby? What's good, baby? Another week, man. Another week. We got a schedule out. We got some new Falcons outside of the draft. We got a lot to talk about this week. I'm
Hey, look,
excited, man.
we got a lot to touch on. Hey, Down Yonder Nation, we got a lot to touch on, man. And we wanted to get back with y'all earlier during the week, but we seen that the schedule was dropping last night, so we moved the show to Friday. We had to wait till that schedule got done, and I know y'all was excited about the schedule dropping because we was excited. And boy, look at here, the top we got what the top five hardest or the hardest schedule in the NFL. It's all good, but hey, man, let's get into the show and let's talk about it. We're gonna talk a little Charles Harris too, who we got from the Dolphins. We just, 7th round pick. No hurt, no foul. It's all good. We're gonna see what we're gonna do. Hey, welcome to the brotherhood, Charles Harris, man. What's happening? Okay. Big Mike, let's get into this schedule, baby. And then towards the end, we're gonna talk a little Charles Harris, who I think gonna do some things or do some things around here. Let's get
Yeah, I
into the
do.
schedule.
I do.
So they said we got the top five, one of the hardest schedules in the NFL. Okay, whatever. I understand. Week one. All right. Wait, we're gonna get an overall, we're gonna do an overall record first. So with me, I'm gonna go first, Mike. Then I'm gonna let you take over and give your overall record of what you think the Falcons gonna end up at the end, what they record gonna end up being towards the end of the year after that 17th game. I'm going I'm going 10-6 here. And we're gonna go down the line on some of the teams why we think this is gonna be a 10-6 season for my eyes, and I think it's a 10-6 season because you start off a little so-so. You're gonna go a little so-so, and then you're gonna bottom out. You're gonna be back in gonna be a little heavy. And y'all can see on the schedule down there, the nations that back end gonna be a little bit tough, baby. So I'm gonna go 10-6 right now. So Mike, what you think? What's your prediction right there, baby?
All right, I'm gonna take a deep breath before I give a prediction because
Okay.
you going 10-6. I'm going 11-5.
Right.
And down yonder nation, I can see the gears turning in people's head right now. 10-6,
Yes, sir.
11-5. Why are we always so optimistic about the Falcons? Why it always seem like, I would consider myself a realist, but I feel like the only thing people really want to hold over my head or say that I'm delusional about is these Falcons, man. It's my support of the Falcons.
Yeah.
It's my consummate support of these doggone Falcons, bro. But you know what? I refuse. I refuse to let my birds by the wayside. But you know what? I'm more than willing to defend my 11-5. Um, y'all just gotta, you know what I'm saying? We just gotta go through it, my boy. We just gonna have to go through it, talk game by game, and I tell you why we're going 11-5 right here.
And some people have predicted. I mean, I seen one guy. I ain't gonna drop no names. I ain't no name dropper like that. But somebody picked 8-8. I'm like 8-8. I said, with this off season we don't had, you tell them we just gonna win one more game since from last year,
I agree. I
whoever
agree.
you are. And if you watching this, drop in the comments below why you think we're gonna go 8-8. You silly fool, you. Okay. Dante Fowler alone is adding one win. Tar Gurley alone gonna add one win. Y'all saying, oh, he's not fully healthy. That's two extra wins right there, you silly fool. A damn 8-8. You know what? You're 8-8, man. You need to pack your shit.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
But anyways, I ain't finna go
Yeah.
there, and I ain't dropping no name. But you know
Right.
who you are. That eight and
Absolutely.
eight bullshit. Get out of here, man. All right. Let's start off with the Seahawks. I got the Seahawks winning right there. I got the Falcons beating the Seahawks right there. Look here. We gotta come out hot, man. We gotta come out guns blazing. We gotta come out full steam ahead. And we always get a Seahawks hell. Everybody know that. We got their number somewhere. You know what I mean? We get a Seahawks a little hell. So I got to win right there. And my note is just stop Russell Wilson. That's all. Just stop Russell Wilson. They draft was okay, but if you contain Russell Wilson, you beat the. you beat the Seahawks every time. Okay, so I got the Falcons beating the Seahawks in week 1. What you got, Mike?
I have to agree with you. I have the Falcons beating the Seahawks week 1 for slightly different reasons. I would go with a couple of different things. One, familiarity. We play the Seahawks every year. And right. I would say this, Falcons fans. Listen to me, Falcons fans. I would say the Seahawks is the game that we played the most competitive as a Falcons team, and we lost. You know, I think that Seahawks game is one game where I look at where we played it's the opposite of the San Francisco game. We was the most competitive against a good team against San Francisco, and we dogged them when they had something to play for, and we didn't really have a lot to play for. But I'll say the Seattle Seahawks, our game against the Seattle Seahawks, we showed a lot of grit. Of course, you know, the defense was porous. We were still in the middle of figuring out what the hell kind of Falcons team we were going to have. Yeah. We're going to still have a coach who's going to be on defense, who's going to be our defensive coordinator, so on and so forth. But I still think our familiarity with the Seahawks, Dan Quinn, understanding Pete Carroll, the addition of having Todd Gurley, who sees the Seahawks twice a year, the addition of having Dante Fowler, who saw the Seahawks twice a year, from a familiarity standpoint. And I would say because this game is at Mercedes-Benz, possibly, probably, with no fans, it's our first game. I think in the Dome, they got to come, you know, travel, all of that kind of stuff. They got to come to our house.
Yep.
I got us with a dub on that.
And that goddamn Dome, if fans are at that Georgia Dome at Mercedes-Benz, that motherfucker gonna be rocking. Lord have mercy. Okay? Mm-hmm. It's the Seahawks. Dan Quinn old team. Familiar faces going back at it. And like Mike said, we get them boys hell. Okay? Mm-hmm. Now, I want to jump. We ain't gonna go through the whole schedule, but I want to jump straight. I want to jump straight to Monday night. Green Bay Packers. Okay? We in Lambeau. All right? In Lambeau, I remember Michael Vick going into Lambeau and raising hell. All right. It's early in the season, so the weather is not too bad. I got people out there saying Matt Ryan just don't play good outdoors, cold, whatever. Get the hell out of here. Y'all need to come on with some of this shit y'all be putting out there, man. Some of this shit, it just don't make no sense. Now, you can look at his record and say it's outdoor record in the cold is a blah, 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 whatever.
Right.
Matt Ryan's he plays within his scheme, and he gonna play with this is the second year of Dirk Cutter's offense. And you know what Matt Ryan do in the second year of his offensive coordinator's offenses. He started to turn up on that ass and have like MVP seasons on that ass. Okay, even with Sark's second year, the man had a hell of a year, dog. So in that game, I got us going up there, and I let me see here. I got us losing that game though. And I don't got us losing because of Matt Ryan is playing outside. No. That's not why. That defensive line for Green Bay is something serious, okay? And let me put it like this. For this overall schedule, I think it's a shootout schedule. Ain't no defenses on there that gonna really just give us hell like this. I think this is a shootout schedule. Now, the Green Bay, they got a defensive line, don't get me wrong. But I do believe these games this overall schedule, man, it's going to be a shootout after shootout after shootout. We finna have to score, man. If we can stop some people, that's going to be awesome. But it looked like we finna have to score some goddamn points. And Dirk Cutter, we finna have to score. Every Sunday, we need to put up at least 28 points to 30 points. It's finna be a shootout type of schedule. Week in and week out. If they defense happen to make some plays, and then whoever defense happen to make some plays, some turnovers, that's when it's gonna cut even and determine who's gonna win and lose. I see the Packer defensive line second us just a little bit more with Hennessy at that left guard. McGarry and Listron's they're gonna be solid. But that defensive line and that blitz package coming out of the Packers defense. They gonna hold us down, and then like you say, we got to travel up there. It's just gonna be one of those weeks, you know. And then we got a divisional game after that. It's gonna be one of those weeks where they're gonna sneak us. I think. What do you think about that Monday night game up in Lambeau Field, Mike?
I'm actually glad you brought up the Monday night game because that was one game that I had circled as well, and I also had a Cowboys game circled as well because if I had to identify two games early in the season. Well, 3 games. I'm going to talk a little bit about 3 games that I consider are either a loss or a push One of them is the Green Bay Packers, only because every time we've gone to Lambeau Field, I mean, it doesn't matter the time. Julio Jones will have a great game. Julio Jones will have 2 touchdowns, 150 yards. All of that is great. But we have not shown the ability to go into Lambeau, which is a very, very tough place to play.
Yeah.
And seal the deal. And again, we're going against Aaron Rodgers. And we're going against a pissed off Aaron Rodgers because in the first round, the Green Bay Packers decided to draft Jordan Love. So we got an Aaron Rodgers and you know what? Let's touch on that for a second. It really is going to depend on what type of Aaron Rodgers we have, because I think a hungry, motivated, wanting to win a Super Bowl for the Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers, is going to be tough because most people want to write the Packers off, but the Packers lost to the 49ers in the NFC divisional game. So we can't write the Packers off because the Packers always play tough defense, and we know. And we got another, understudy, another Falcons understudy, and Matt LaFleur coaching these boys. So I think that they know the Falcons. They are not scared of the Falcons. If the game was in Atlanta, I would have us beating the Packers because we fare better against the Packers at home. But because the game is in Green Bay, I think that we're going to struggle and it's early in the season, but it's a loss that I think we still can, create some positive momentum. So it's like, because I still did say 11-5, but it's like there are a couple games that stick out to me that I either have as a loss or a push. So I'll go to the other loss that I have early, and I do have us losing early in the season to the Dallas Cowboys, only because when Dallas, I'll say it another way. I'll give you an analogy. For Dallas, they play the best when they have that new car smell. When they're like the shiny toy. When Zeke ain't really as dinged up. Dak is kind of, he get to do all his little dances and his little salsa dances.
Yeah.
And the fans are so excited that it's football that nobody really notices. So usually when the spotlight is kind of on them, but not all the way on them, where the hype is there, they usually play up to the hype a little bit. But what happens with the Cowboys is they usually struggle somewhere defensively, which is no different because this is a game that I feel like Calvin Ridley will announce himself because, again, Calvin Ridley just strikes me as the guy. Anytime we play one of these high-profile teams, I always look to Calvin Ridley over Julio because the high-profile teams, they know how to scheme Julio effectively, and usually it's a play from Calvin Ridley or a used-to-be Hooper, now Hayden Hurst. That's where they really start to announce themselves. So I say this. I still think on that day, because the game is in Dallas, and, again, you'll have CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb will be an X factor in that game. Just because, they got the Amari Cooper, you got Zeke back there, you got a Dak that's kind of hungry. You got a Dak that he knows that if he starts to struggle early, he got an Andy Dalton,
on his back,
ready to take all of that contract that he's got. And I think that's another team that early in the season will be tough. I do feel like next year will be the year where I feel like the Cowboys probably have enough right now with the addition of a CeeDee Lamb, wearing number 88, Amari Cooper under contract, Dak hungry, proving that he's worth that money, that they will probably come out of the NFC East next year. I have them sealing the deal and come out of the NFC East.
And it's some funny shit during the draft. And CeeDee Lamb was still on the board. And, bro, you text me, you said, hell, draft CeeDee Lamb and let's just outscore everybody. And I thought that was funny. That was funny. Even though I wanted the Falcons to go defense, you was kind of frustrated a little bit at the time. And you text me, you say, fuck it, man. CeeDee Lamb still on the board. Let's draft him and let's just outscore every fucking body. We don't need to play no defense. Hey, and I thought that was funny. And I mean, shit. I guess that's what the Dallas Cowboys said. They were thinking the same thing you were thinking, Mike. Fuck it. Let's pick CeeDee Lamb and let's just bomb some way around this motherfucker. And that's gonna be a Sheffield game right there, because you might have to match up against CeeDee Lamb that Sheffield. Get ready now. Okay. But that interesting. I got the Cowboys beating us that game too. Like you said, that new car shiny smell. That beginning of the year, they start off hot. Beginning of the year anyway. They started 2-0, 3-0 last year.
Right.
It's just what the Cowboys do, and then they flip over and they roll over and they get in the fetal position after they bye, and they just let the Giants or the Eagles creep on in. But I don't know if that's going to happen this year because they do have a CeeDee Lamb who's probably going to be an X factor on that team, and they probably going to put up like 30 some points a game.
Yeah. So let's look at it for a little bit, because let's go off the script for a second before we get back on these Falcons.
Right.
You ask yourself right now in the NFC East, Jimbo. You know what I'm saying? Let's use our brain for a second. Who are the top 5 receivers in the NFC right now? And that's why I say, and I only give you this preface. You can fit CeeDee Lamb in there because he hadn't done anything yet. But you ask yourself, who are the top 5 in the NFC? Because I feel like that's the one division that is more receiver starved than most of the other divisions in the NFL. So,
no question about it. I mean, if you the Eagles, you want to depend on some motherfucking Alshon Jeffries and Deshaun Jackson. Come on, man. And then you go to the Giants. Oh, loud. I mean, they had they had Shelton from Ole Miss, undrafted free agent catching touchdowns. I mean, shit. You hitting on a good point right there, Mike. I mean, Amari Cooper's about the only receiver that really just stood out and gave you that big wide receiver number 1 name in the NFC East. So I can agree with that. They is wide receiver started over there in the NFC East, man. And I know Jerry Jones seen that. So going after CeeDee Lamb was a nice move.
Yeah, because here's the thing, bro. When I see CeeDee Lamb and I fight the bias of Big 10, Big 12, all of that kind of stuff. I fight that bias because CeeDee Lamb can do a little bit of everything. He can return kicks. He can do return punts. I mean, and literally, he's the guy that I saw that can change the field with one catch. You can be on the 20-yard line. He'll take it to the house. He's taking it to the house just about everywhere on the field. And I feel like those receivers, they usually translate well to the NFL. And I feel like he won't be any different. And I think he'll be motivated to play for his hometown team. So it's like you got players that play for the team that they want to play for. But anyway, I don't want to talk too much about CeeDee Lamb because he on the other team, screw him. But he will contribute to us possibly not coming on the winning side of the things when we go out to Dallas. And I think the other early push game I got, bro, is it's a push game. And I call it a push game because I can't say whether we'll win or lose from the perspective that the defense has changed. But I got the Minnesota Vikings that we got, bro. I don't know. If
every time I hate them.
5, 6, 7. We got these boys in week 6. We got the Minnesota Vikings in week 6.
Yep.
And the Vikings have always found a way to kick our ass. It don't matter whether it's in Atlanta. It don't matter whether it's in Minnesota.
Yeah.
It just don't matter, bro. They're going to always play us tough. But again, the only difference that we have against the Vikings is you got Everson Griffin out the way. You got Xavier Rhodes out the way. And I think with a little bit more pass rush, because here's the thing, Falcons fans, if we get a little bit more pass rush, you're going to have to give us a chance and a shot to be in these games because we will be able to make average quarterbacks look average. Our biggest problem is we have not been able to make average quarterbacks look average. We've made rookie quarterbacks look above average. But again, Dante Fowler, you are responsible for Dan Quinn remaining the head coach.
No question about it.
If you are not getting to the quarterback next year, and this is almost like closing thoughts up front, because I don't want to go into closing thoughts yet, but Dante Fowler, if Dan Quinn deserves to be here, because nobody in Atlanta cares whether he is or not, if he leaves, Falcons fans will still be as excited about the season as they were if he was here. I'll tell you why, because we just want to see a winner. And Dan Quinn hasn't, outside of the Super Bowl, hasn't proven to us that he has the juice or the science or the sauce to be a consistent winner in Atlanta. So we just want to score points. We just want to see a team that we can root for, and we want to see some entertaining football every week because that's what we deserve as fans, But anyway.
You're damn right, we deserve it. And all this gear and shit don't pay for itself, Dan Quinn. Okay, but I'm gonna jump back to these Vikings, man. They always find a way to kick our ass just a little good, and that's one of the games last year that I looked at, and then I said we truly lost that game. I don't give a damn. We was on a road, on a run for a Super Bowl, or not. How the season ended last year, I don't give a damn what was going on, how good we was or predicted to be. The Vikings just squarely punched our ass, cold clocked us right in the mouth. Right. And off the jump, Dalvin Cook just looked like the goddamn Florida State Dalvin Cook that was running up and down the field.
Yeah.
I'm sick of the Vikings.
Before he tore the
ACL. Before the toe the ACL, he looked like that Dalvin Cook. I mean, the man looked like a damn superstar. I mean, Kirk Cousins threw 10 passes in that game. 10 passes for what the fuck?
But see, that's my point though. And you know what?
You feel me?
But you know what though? But see, this is why I go back to Dan Quinn, because what Xavier Rhodes said after the game when they asked him, he said two things. He said we kind of knew what plays, the plays they were running were the plays that we scouted on film. So that lets me know that whoever does their film work did a good job of preparing them. But what I also saw on the other side of that was, oh man, they threw a lot of looks at us that we didn't see on film. So that means schematic and coaching and strategically, we was at a competitive disadvantage. But I digress a little bit because again, this ain't the bash Dan Quinn show, because Dan Quinn is still our head coach. But best believe if he gets fired for being our head coach, we'll have a bash Dan Quinn show. But right now, because Dan Quinn is heading the ship, I'm gonna give him a pass. But again, being unprepared for NFL football games is a horrible excuse, because Bill Belichick for the last 20 years, bro, 30 years, 35, 40 years, has made a living of being the most prepared coach. So if you're a coach and all you got is time to prepare and you ain't preparing effectively, we're going to have to get you the hell out of there. So Dan Quinn, when we see this schedule, bro, this is a very, and the reason why we talk about Dan Quinn as much this episode, bro, is that this is a very winnable schedule. It's a tough schedule. There are no gimmies in the NFL.
But it's a winner though.
But the thing about it is, Jimmy, my point is this, is that there will be, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say, if these games, more than likely, high probability are played without any fans, there's no home field advantage. You know, being on third down is not as impactful, bro, as it would be if it's 100,000 fans screaming in that dome, in that Mercedes-Benz Stadium, bro.
That's right.
So right now, we have to win with being prepared, sound football, real execution of the plays. And this is a time where your athletes are going to have to win the game for you, bro, because it's different when it's 100,000 people and we all see, all right, they're going to get a ball to Julio. We looking. They know. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I still think it's all mind over matter for these Falcons. It's going to come into how we prepare, what Dan Quinn is telling these boys. Because, again, usually you fighting the other team, you fighting the crowd, and you fighting yourself. Now you fighting yourself and the other team. So the crowd ain't even affected here, bro.
Ain't even affected.
But you know what? On the flip side, I would say that we prepare for this because we played a lot of games without a lot of crowd because we suck, to be honest with you. So
that's a good fact.
We better. All right, Falcon, y'all on the clock. You know?
We damn near did play in the empty stadium towards the end of last year. But I mean, shit. I got the Falcons winning on out through the Broncos. Mm-hmm. Then we hit the bye. And then we come into the Saints. Now I got a loss right there. Coming off that bye. Yep. Now, either way it go, I think we're gonna split with the Saints. Let's just be honest here, y'all.
Yep.
It's a rival game. We wake up, we go to sleep for this shit. We gonna split with the Saints. Now, which one I choose for us to lose? I say we lose the one right after the bye. And then we win the next time we play them 2 weeks later, we win that one. But I got us losing coming off the bye. We're gonna coming off the Broncos win, and we don't been a 1-4 straight there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight right there. Coming off the Broncos win, coming out to bye. We're gonna be up in the air, nose a little high. You're gonna be smelling yourself up under your arms and shit, your nuts. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be at Magic City for a little bit during the bye week. You're gonna be feeling yourself. And then Drew Brees and Tyson Hill gonna come in there and they're gonna be ready to go. You ain't gonna be ready to go. The Saints game is gonna be a punch in the nose. It's gonna be a wake up game coming off that bye because you just been so successful, and then you had some time off, and then the Saints gonna get damn whop, gonna wake you up. Oh shit, and then you gonna win 3 in a row after they whop you in the damn nose because you're gonna split with the Saints, like I said, because it's a rival game. So let's go to that Saints game after the bye week, Mike. What you think? Win or loss right there, bud?
I got an L, man. I got an L because let's see. That game is in New Orleans. That doesn't matter. But after the bye, after New Orleans, they knew that, I go in reverse because when the Falcons came out that bye last year, New Orleans had no idea what kind of Falcons team was going to come out there and show their ass. But that game against the Saints, the first time we played them is why Dan Quinn still has a job. Yeah, that was a game where we was like, our season's over with, bro. We're gonna lose, we're gonna get beat down, but it was like second quarter, we were still up. I'm like, damn, bro, we scored first. We scored another. In the third quarter came around, we like, hey, bro, we still up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, like 28-3, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Saints will come back, and then shit, we end up winning the damn game. And I was like, well, damn, where the hell was that defense at? Turnover.
I know, right?
Big Beasley playing like he, but it's like, he shouldn't take all of that, bro. What I'm telling you is Dante Fowler got to be like Vic Beasley was after the break first game, bro. You can't come off the break and be like, all right, I'm ready to play football. If we do that again, bro, the Saints are going to beat us 42-0 because Drew Brees prepares. That's the thing, man. The thing about Drew Brees is that he's 43 years old, not because he's the greatest athlete, not because he got the best arm, but because he prepares and he knows the gravity of every game. So to win in this NFL, you got to have some real strong leaders. So, Jimbo, I tell you this. I have us losing this game, very close, but this game could also be a push because if we led well, because this is the way I see it, Jimbo. I see Dante Fowler. I see Todd Gurley. I see Julio Jones. I see Matt Ryan. And I see them having players-only meetings. And I see them explaining to people that, hey, I done played in the Super Bowl. Who else done played here in the Super Bowl? You know what I'm saying? And I think that mindset is enough to keep us ultra competitive with the Bucs, with the Saints, who have that same championship pedigree. Because don't get me wrong, in the Buccaneers locker room right now, they feeling good. But you got a lot of losers in there that are looking at 2 Super Bowl winners and saying, transform us to be like you. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I think there's not as many people there that have seen it, have been there. Nobody in the Bucs locker room, with the exception of Tom Brady, Gronkowski, and maybe a few others who have come from other teams, have had the luxury or the pleasure to play in the playoffs. Mike Evans included. So Mike Evans can't come in there with a Super Bowl pedigree and say, well, look, this is what we need to do, blah, 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 blah. Tom Brady can. Now you look at the other team in our division. You know what I'm saying? Those New Orleans Saints. A lot of those guys have been to the Super Bowl. They played in play. Most of the people on that roster, they played in big games. So that mindset is going to carry over. I still think the Falcons may not have a lot of people that have played in big games outside of Debo and Ricardo Allen and Matt Ryan and all those guys. But we don't have a lot of holdovers left over when we went to the Super Bowl back in 2017, right? Mm-mm. So it's going to be really important for those guys, the Todd Gurley's, the Dante Fowler's, the leaders, the highly paid leaders, to really take that team, goddamn, put your arms around them boys, Alex Mack, all of these guys, and really put it together. But I think that's why I really say that it's like, we may sound like we're being pessimistic on the Falcons, but again, I still have the Falcons going 11-5 because I feel like in the beginning, they will do well. I still think when you get kind of towards the end of the schedule, you know what I'm saying? Because, boy, let me tell you.
Yeah, it's a doozy down there. It's a doozy down there.
You got to see Pat Mahomes. And who knows what's on the line on December the 27th, bro? Who knows what's on the line December 27th? We don't know what's on the line, bro. But I know if you got to see, let's say if the Chiefs are people getting to Pat Mahomes this year, Pat Mahomes gets hurt, we don't know what the season going to play off like. But that doggone game against the Chiefs will let us know everything about whether, if Dan Quinn, I'll put you like this. I'm going to say it another way. If Dan Quinn is still our head coach and he safely has a job by the time we play the Chiefs, then this season has been a success. Point blank, period. You know what I mean?
You damn sure don't want to go into that new that Chiefs game. You got to go to Arrowhead now. This is not in Atlanta. You got to go to Arrowhead. And it's outside. It's gonna be cold.
It's cold.
What's happening? What's happening? This is a motherfucking Todd. This game got Todd Gurley name written all over that motherfucker. You hear me?
Right.
This is a big time type of Todd Gurley, and we're gonna finna jump straight to this Chiefs game because we'll get back to the Bucs because we got them twice, and then we got the Chiefs right in between them. Way to set the motherfucking schedule up, okay? Dan Quinn, you better be secure by the time you get to the Chiefs, like you just said, Mike. Be secure by then. We don't know what. And people always say, why the fuck would you be predicting the schedule in May or whatever? This is our opinion as of today, how we feel.
That's right.
What's going to happen. We ain't predicting the future. We can't predict the future.
Right.
This is May. The schedule came out yesterday. We got something to talk about. And this is our prediction. This is how we feel the shit's going to end up. And this is how we feel it's going to be around that time. Dan Quinn, don't go into this Kansas City Chief game dangling around. You don't want to do that. Outside, Arrowhead, if it's a crowd, tough. Oh, man, cold. You talking about it. You think it's hard to play in New Orleans. Go to goddamn Arrowhead in mid-December, and that crowd ain't playing with you. That's one of the loudest stadiums in the NFL. Everybody knows. It's like a bucket list for me and you, Mike, to make it to an Arrowhead game. It's one of our bucket list games. Do not go into this game dangling around because you got the Bucks, you got the Chiefs, and then you got the Bucks. It's gonna be bushy in the face, bushy in the face, bushy in the face, and they don't letting off the gas. Now they might be maybe they are riding Patrick Mahomes' ass by the time he get up. I don't know. Maybe we gonna ride his ass. But you don't want to be dangling around with the wild card and shit with the last 4 weeks left in the season. Do you agree with that, Mike? Because
I agree.
Them some hard ass games. Don't play around with that wild card when it comes around at that time. You need to already have your playoff spot. And that 11 to 5 will let us know that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I think you bro, that's a valued point because those Chiefs in December in Arrowhead are, if we beat, okay, I'll put it to you like this. If we beat the Chiefs in December, we look damn good against the Packers in Lambeau back earlier in the season. You know what I'm saying? Because
right.
It's another example of a team that is really crafted and designed to kick our motherfucking ass, bro. To be honest.
No question about that.
They got a running back. I mean, with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, before I think about it, we're gonna be seeing Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Damian Williams in the backfield. McCole, Tyreek, Kelsey, Demarcus Robinson, you know, and we got Isaiah Oliver, Kendall Sheffield, AJ Terrell, Keanu Neal, Ricardo Allen. So what that tells me is this, bro, and we ain't touched on this yet, but we got to touch on it. For us to win that game, AJ Terrell is as advertised. AJ Terrell has proven himself against at this time, a Mike Thomas.
Yep.
He's proven himself against a DJ Moore. He's proven himself against a Mike Evans. And he still want more. Now, if you AJ Terrell and you playing good at this time of the year, by the time we talk about this and we had this Down Yonder show in December, we're going to have a lot of fans like, man, where can I get that AJ Terrell jersey at? Because
right.
I'll be honest with you. And again, Down Yonder, don't talk to me here. Talk to me in the comments because I'm going to stand behind what I'm talking about right now because I'm passionate about it.
Right.
It's only 2 receivers right now on our schedule. 2 receivers on our schedule right now. And they both in the NFC South that I worry against AJ Terrell against. Just worry, meaning I'm sure if they get 150 yards, I'm not going to care about it. Anything, and I ain't gonna lie, this is the benchmark I have with AJ Terrell. There's 2 receivers that I believe that can get 150 yards of him or more. Mike Evans, Mike Thomas. 2 of the best in the game.
Oh, yeah.
We'll sit them off to the side. Now, I'm going to go real quick. And I'm going to just name some out to y'all Down Yonder Nation. We got the Seahawks, Cowboys, Bears, Packers, Panthers, Vikings, Lions, Panthers again, Broncos, Saints, Raiders, Saints, Chargers, Bucks again, Chiefs, Bucks again. Now, Tyreek the Freak is, explosive. And don't get me wrong, one of the greatest receivers really to come through the AFC in a long time. He got speed to burn and he a tough ass guy and he been good. You know what I'm saying? He a track guy to play football, right? But I look at this schedule, man, and a lot of people will say, well, there's other teams out here. You know what I'm saying? The Vikings, they got Thielen and they got Diggs. No, they don't have Diggs. They got Thielen. And then you look at the Chargers and you say, well, Keenan Allen, man, shit, Keenan Allen ain't going to torch. He's not going to torch AJ Terrell, blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing. Keenan Allen has got Tyrod Taylor, or he'll have Justin Herbert, a rookie, throwing to him. Let me be honest with y'all. Let me go back to AJ Terrell because I don't want to put too much pressure on a rookie, but I will say that teams are going to try Sheffield a lot in the early beginning. They're going to try Terrell a lot. But I think what you'll notice is about Terrell is that he plays the game where he'll give up 5 or 6 yards for them deep passes. He's going to get a lot more picks. He's going to change the game a lot more because in the last 10 years, outside of Asante Samuel and outside of D'Angelo Hall, we have not really had game-changing corners. This guy has played against top competition. This guy has the chance to become, like I said, at worst, a cornerback 2 from day one. We don't know what kind of step Sheffield's going to take. We don't know what kind of take Isaiah Oliver's going to take. But I will say this. AJ Terrell he will help us 2 times more than he will hurt us next year. So if we're going into the playoffs with an AJ Terrell, it won't be any different for me than the way Buffalo used Tre'Davious White a couple years ago. Because they was like, oh, look at Tre'Davious White. But he was a baller from day one. I really think this guy has the same pedigree and skill as a Tre'Davious White. Don't believe me? Look at Tre'Davious White's LSU film. Look at AJ Terrell's Clemson film. They're the same kind of guy, same kind of measurables, ran the same kind of 40, and come from schools where they are known for producing top-flight cornerbacks. Again, do not sleep on AJ Terrell this season as we continue to take that next step, because I believe that he will, going against Julio and Calvin Ridley every day, he'll be ready.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be ready.
Oh, damn right he will. And this, looking at this schedule, AJ Terrell, you're going to be better tested when they come to wide receiver. You got some receivers you're going to go against on this schedule. It's going to get you ready. And I wonder what Dan Quinn and Thomas Dimitroff and all of them were looking at them, Rich McKay were looking at their schedule and saying, God damn, boy, we probably need to go corner first here. You feel what I'm saying? We already got Dante Fowler, but look at this schedule. Lord have mercy. We might need to go a little. We need to get in this secondary, and we need to dig into this secondary a little bit, because you're gonna be battle tested at AJ Terrell, and I'm hoping by the time that last 4 weeks come around, you're gonna be ready to go. But shit, I'm really saying by the time we get to the Packers over in Lambeau, you're gonna be ready to go, because you're gonna get DJ Metcalf, you're gonna get Amari Cooper, CD Lamb, and Gallup. And you know, the Chicago Bears, they got 200 tight ends on their team. They ain't nobody worried about the Bears. I don't know how many tight ends they don't draft it, or they got on their roster 10 or 11, something like that. The whole roster is tight ends, and then Trubisky. So we ain't worried about them. And then you're gonna get to the Packers, you're gonna have Devontae Adams. So you're gonna be ready for some receivers going through this motherfucker, and some quarterbacks. Okay. And not just no Rudy Poop quarterbacks. You get Russell Wilson, you got Prescott, you got Rodgers. I think he's gonna be better tested by the time we get down to that last bottom end of that schedule, which is the Buccaneers, Chiefs, and then the Buccaneers. All right, let's go to the Bucks. I got them splitting with the Bucks. I got them beating the Bucks that first game before we go and lose in Green Bay. You know, we got to go on the road next week. This first time playing the Bucks. It's gonna be in Atlanta. We're gonna be hyped all up and ready to go. And in that last game, I think they're going to get us. And we should have the playoffs. We should know we're going to have that wild card. It might come down to that last game. But like I say, Dan Quinn, do not be dangling around them last 4 seasons come around. The last 4 games come around of the season. Do not be dangling there fighting for a wild card, bro. Because you're going to have my goddamn blood pressure and my anxiety and shit. I ain't going to be able to sleep and all that shit. You're gonna bring that shit back on me again, and I'm tired of my blood pressure being all out of whack come Sunday, and you get down to the last 4 games, you dangling around for that damn wild card. My blood pressure really gonna be all fucked up. I ain't gonna be able to focus or none of that shit. My wife gonna be having to give me sleeping pills and melatonin and all that shit just to fall asleep because my blood pressure all fucked up. Now, like I said, I got to split with the Bucks. What you got? I got to split with the Bucks, winning the first one and losing the last one, Mike.
Man, I gotta split with the Bucks, because I think that if you beat Tom Brady one time and we got the motivation going in this season, I think that'll be enough for us to catapult us to be a playoff team. That's really why I got us being 11-5, because it's what will be a no doubt team, meaning Tech will no doubt be worth another contract. You know what I'm saying? Dante Fowler will no doubt be getting to the quarterback. Matt Ryan will no doubt be utilizing Hayden Hurst better than he used Austin Hooper. Julio will no doubt continue to be Julio. Calvin Ridley will no doubt take that next step to the third year.
Right.
And Laquan Treadwell will no doubt be our underneath guy, be our slant guy, be our guy to get all of the tough yards and move the goddamn chains. So I think the biggest thing about us is going to be cohesion, collaboration, and good coaching. Dan Quinn, it's on you, because a lot of these guys are sitting in the house. Because we know what the one thing that we don't talk about and we haven't talked about, and it's a caveat when we do all of this type of stuff, is one thing about Dan Quinn and one thing about this season is this. We don't know what kind of shape these boys gonna come back in. Everybody done sat in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
So we assuming that everything gonna be the way it was. Now, I'm assuming that Dan Quinn has got these boys, they locked in. Because you know what's crazy? This season is more about coaching than it is players, because it's up to the coaches right now. During this quarantine, coronavirus, we can't really come in. We would have, think about it. We've missed OTAs. We've missed, people get drafted. They hadn't had a chance to come up to Flowery Branch and, shake Arthur Blank hand and feel like a part of the team. So it's like, yeah, I'm a part of the team, but I go back to do exactly what I do. So it's up to the coaches right now to make sure the players are, one, mentally tough, physically tough. They're in shape. They're eating right. They're accountable. You know what I'm saying? They ain't out, doing stuff to hurt the team and stuff like that. So I think the coaches that run their teams the best, the players that buy into the coaches the most, I think will be more accountable to understanding what's going on right now. Because I really feel like, to be honest with you, even though it's the NFL, it's millions of dollars on the table, there's still some people right now that are mentally checked out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In terms of how serious, because they don't know if we're going to play or not. So for them, just not even the thought that the season may not come around, be like, well, shit, I mean, I get out there, I play a little football. But it's like, them players, they're going to come out there, they're going to be throwing up the first couple of days. They're going to be out of shape. They're going to be overweight. They're not going to pass physicals. And all of the different stuff that's going to be required for this season. Temperature check, all the other stuff. Bro, we're in for a mentally almost exhausting season in terms of just all of the stuff that it takes just to play football. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be so much stuff that needs to go right just to be able to play football. So it's just, it's one of those things where for us as Falcons fans, man, the schedule is this. We win through a lot of shootouts and we play decent defense. We got a chance to go 11-5. But we got to score points. We got to get in the end zone. Todd Gurley, there's a lot of pressure on you. And to be honest with you, what makes me nervous about what you said about the Chiefs is Todd Gurley's knee. We get the Arrowhead. Because, we talk about arthritis and stuff like that in your knee, bro. But arthritis is a serious thing in December when it's cold outside and you're cutting and you're doing a lot of stuff like that. So, it's, like I said, we got a lot of unknowns in this season. But I do think that if we play our cards right, we got a good shot in this season.
And I think we do too. And not just because I'm a Falcon fan, because I'm being a football person right now, might be a football person right now. And we looking into the season if this is what we believe in, okay? If you don't believe in it, tell me what you think, how you feel. Drop it in the comments and let us know.
Let's talk.
We here. We ain't going nowhere. Hey, shout out to Mr. Wallace out there too. That's always in the comment, baby. We see you. We gonna get with you, baby. But I appreciate your love and I appreciate you keep coming back. Hey,
yeah, Wallace. Yeah, shout out to you, Wallace Smith. Yeah, we appreciate you.
We appreciate you, Wallace. It's all good, baby. And I love the way you be testing us. It's all good. Keep it coming. Everybody, leave comments, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let us know what we talking about because we want to get into it with y'all as well. We all one big family, but we got our own opinions about our dirty birds.
Absolutely.
This is the way it is. Absolutely. Now, before we get into closing thoughts, we're going to jump on a little Charles Harris real quick. Now, we drafted Takk McKinley in 2017. I really think that Dan Quinn wanted Charles Harris before he wanted Takk McKinley. But the Dolphins jumped the gun and took the best player available, and he didn't even fit their fucking scheme. And then roll back around 3 years later, guess what? Dan Quinn said, I'm finna get my guy. I'm gonna give you a 7th-round pick, which is no harm, no foul. 7th-round pick. You got a better chance at a reward than you do an error when you just give away a 7th-round pick because we picked a damn punt in the 7th round this past year. So giving up a 7th round for Charles Harris, really not that big of a deal. I like the kid, you know what I mean? Drafted it, like I said, by the Dolphins in 2017, 61 tackles, 3.5 sacks. 3.5 sacks in 3 years, Jimbo. Goddamn. The man wasn't in the right scheme, first of all. Second of all, he going to fit our scheme perfectly. And fresh start for Charles Harris, old Charlie. You got a fresh start now. Dan Quinn like you. And let me tell you something. The guy's raw talent, and he liked to be coached. He loved the game of football. And as soon as he got here, guess what Rich McKay did? I'm finna decline that 5th-year option. Guess what? You got to play. And I think Dan Quinn them know that. And they like this kid. They can develop this kid. And I think he's going to be a good rotation player And not to mention, he add depth to the defensive line. Depth is key when it comes to that defensive line. The guy's a fucking athlete. Look, he didn't even start playing football until his junior year in high school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Spit them
So
face.
I just want y'all to know the guy is raw talent. DQ wanted him so bad in 2017. Shit, he damn near got in a fight with the Dolphin organization when they picked him before he got the. And I ain't saying we had to settle for Tat McKinley. I ain't saying we settled for him. Tat McKinley did all right now. Don't get me wrong, Tat did good. But we wanted Charles bad. And guess what? We got Charles now. So DownYounder Nation, listen. Y'all wanted somebody, but besides that Michael Walker and that AJ ATL Hawkins, y'all wanted somebody else. But 3 years from now, that person that y'all wanted, we can go back and get him. It ain't never too late now. So
yeah.
Give me your thoughts on Charles Harris, man, coming over from the Dolphins. I think he's gonna do some things, baby.
Yeah, I like that we're gonna spend a little time on Charles Harris because a couple things, bro. I look at his stats right here. 2017, he started 2 games. 2018, he started 1 game. 2019, he started 5 games, so they started to show a little bit more confidence in him. But what I noticed is most of his sacks came his his rookie year. Most of his sacks came his rookie year, bro.
Yeah.
So what that tells me is that the guy that I saw out of Missouri as a Georgia fan was the guy that showed up his rookie year, and a guy that got to the quarterback. But what I think is what I've heard about him is coaching isn't his problem. So he's a try-hard guy. He hasn't gotten to the quarterback, but I'm assuming he's probably gotten close to the quarterback. So Tosh Lupoi, this is another project that you have. This is what's crazy is the most important guy on the defense that we talked about was Raheem Morris. The most important guy on the defense this year, coaching-wise, is our defensive line coach, and that's Tosh Lupoi, because it's up to him to get Marlon Davidson. It's up to him to get Allen Bailey, Grady Jarrett, Tyler Davidson, so on and so forth. It's up to him to get those guys ready to play from game 1. And if he does, and we get maximum effort out of these guys, I think, again, that's where we hit. That's how you get to Tom Brady. That's how you get to Drew Brees. That's how you get to Teddy Bridgewater. That's how you get to Pat Mahomes. It doesn't matter. If our defensive line doesn't get to the quarterback this year, it doesn't matter about AJ Terrell and all of his skills, because we will continue to see what we've seen for the last 20 years, which is inconsistent Falcons defense that consistently allows other offenses to either overachieve or squeak out wins that should go to the home team.
And I totally agree. And I'm gonna tell you something. Tennessee Titans last year, Marcus Mariota, you overachieved like a motherfucker. Okay,
That's right.
Almost a week later or so, your ass was sitting the bench, and you just did whatever you did. I ain't going back into the past anyway. But Charles Harris, welcome to the brotherhood. Get ready to go to work. You're gonna be part of a good defense this year. And not too long ago now, we was a top 10 defense. Don't get it twisted, DownYounder Nation. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Check the facts. All right, baby. Let's get into these closing thoughts. And like I say, we got our own opinions just like y'all do. But at the end of the day, we're dirty birds for life. We love our team. All right. And I'm finna get into my closing thoughts, and it really ain't got nothing to do with the Atlanta Falcons. It's gonna be about what the competition committee made decision made this week, and I know y'all probably have seen it. That pass interference review. Pack your shit. Get the hell out of it. I'm so glad they did that shit. And guess what, DownYounder Nation? If you didn't know, the head man of the competition committee is old Rich McKay, part of the Atlanta Falcons. He's the competition committee chairman, Rich McKay. Look it up. Pass interference reviews. I'm glad you gone. You wasted my goddamn time. None of them didn't even really get reversed in the first place. The only reason why you were doing that to shut them motherfucking Saints up, them crybabies, them ain'ts. Y'all were just trying to shut them up, and say, okay, we sorry. We gonna fix this, baby. We gonna give you this. Stop crying. We missed it. The referee is part of the motherfucking game. I get mad at the referee sometimes. They miss some call and they make some stupid calls sometimes against my team. I do get pissed off. But my time won't be wasted no more watching a fucking pass interference review, prolonging the game. I'm
Yeah.
so sick of that shit. Hey, Rich McKay, one more game, baby. I appreciate it. Rich McKay Rich McKay for president. Man, doing some real good things all across the board for everybody. Your
Love it.
closing thoughts, Mike.
Love it, bro. Love it. Fucking amazing closing thoughts. My closing thoughts is it's simple and it's quick. It's Dirk Cutter. Dirk Cutter, you've seen the schedule. You see that Dirk, if you get these boys to score points, you got to get the most out of Todd Gurley. You got to get the most out of Laquan Treadwell. You got to get the most out of Hayden Hurst, Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones, Ito Smith. You name it, man. We got too much firepower, too many weapons. We got a left guard now. It's supposed to be the best offensive line we've had in the last 3 or 4 years. Because if you look at it, our offensive line of Alex Mack, Chris Lindstrom, McGarry, Hennessy, Jake Matthews, that should equate to win. That should equate to time. Dirk Cutter. I saw you 2 years ago when you was the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You put 48 on the Saints the first game. I need that Dirk Cutter. I need that personnel. I need those type of players showing up. I need a team that's capable of putting up 48 points. Because I'm going to tell you something. When we played the Houston Texans last year, I saw a team that was like, man, we could score 80 on these boys. And they really tried to. I mean, they didn't get to 80, but they got
shit.
We need the same mentality for our team that we support and we root. Dirk Cutter, please put these boys in position to score lots of points. If we score lots of points, it won't matter about the defense. It won't matter about other stuff. It'll just matter about what we got going on and how we play. And I think the more the Falcons worry about how the Falcons do and not what the other teams are, it don't matter if we play the AFC, NFC, we'll still stay out on top. So my closing thoughts is Dirk Cutter. Put us in position, because if you don't, you're going to be unemployed. And I don't think your unemployed will involve an extra $600 a month.
Yeah, Dirk Cutter, you won't get no stimulus check, player, okay?
Right.
Hey, look here, man. I agree. Good closing thoughts. Dirk Cutter, it's your time to shine. Matt Ryan always do pretty good in the offensive coordinator second season. Matt Ryan usually catch on fire that second time around, and even though Dirk Cutter been there before, and you saying, well, Jim, he already was the OC back in this offense Dirk Cutter doing now way different than the one we were doing back then with the Dirk Cutter first time around with Matt Ryan. Don't come at me like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about now. But leave the comments below if you think you got a difference. Hey, if you feel different about whatever we talking about, drop it down there, baby. Let us know. Or hit me up on hit me up on Twitter at Jim Obama. I'm around. I ain't going nowhere. Shit.
Right. We're talking about
hey, great show today, Mike.Dub. You was on fire. You got me fired up for a little bit there. Now I thought we was finna have to goddamn come over there and do what they call it, a cold ice water bucket challenge on you.
But listen, Dan Quinn. But you've been quarantined for a while. We've been quarantined in the house. Dirk Cutter, Raheem Morris, all y'all boys. I hope y'all football brains is goddamn real active right now, bro. Because as a city, we need something. We need something going. We need some action. We want to see something pop off, bro. Because listen, bro, I don't know about you, Jimbo, but I need to be entertained right now, bro. And I need my home team to be the one doing the entertaining. I don't want to be entertained by nothing else on Netflix. I need my home team entertain me every week the way we pay our money for. The way we put, like I said, we buy the merch. We the ones buying the merch. We the ones buying the season tickets. We the ones going in the stadium hoping and wishing every week. Give us something on Monday that when we go into work, we feel good and we can say, man, my home team did what they were supposed to do. No, my closing. Second closing thought.
Yeah. Hey, great show. This is DownYounderSports. I'm Jimbo Dean. That's Mike.Dub. We ain't going nowhere. Hey, y'all stay safe out there, man. Hey, tune in next week. I ain't gonna predict on what we might do because week from week shit changing. We had to flip it and get ready for this show. So tell me what y'all think about the schedule. Tell me the predictions. Give me your thoughts on what the win or loss is gonna be for the Falcons this upcoming season based off the schedule just dropped. Tell me what you think about Charles Harry. Welcome to the Brotherhood. Like I say, man, me and Mike gonna catch y'all next week. We're gonna be back full effect. Once again, this is DownYounderSports. I'm Jimbo Slice, aka Jimmy Obama. That's my boy Mike.Dub. Hey, we gonna catch y'all next week, man. Adios.
Oh yeah, boy. Love y'all. Down Yonder, we love y'all, man. Hey, y'all have a good week. And man, please throw some love in them comments, man. Talk to us, man. Let us know what you think about what we got going on, man.
Let us know, baby.
We're gonna get better and better and better. And y'all boys enjoy y'all weekend. And like I said, Down Yonder, we love y'all, man. Shout out to you, Jumbo. I'll catch you, man. Tell everybody I said hello out that
I
way.
got
you. And you be easy, my brother.
you. Yes, sir. Adios, Down Yonder Nation. Get back
Peace.
at y'all, man.
Peace.